Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming back to the channel. No pup this morning. We are headed out to run a couple of errands. When we purchased our new travel trailer, we ended up taking it back in for something really kind of minor. But they had it for a little bit, but throughout the course of the time that they had it, we were able to get our plates. And I put the plate on, but I forgot to put the sticker on the plate. So I am actually going to where we store the travel trailer right now, and I'm going to put that sticker on. The new plate's already on, but we haven't taken it anywhere since I put the new plate on, so it's not like I would get a ticket or anything if it's just in the storage unit. But I'm going to go do that, and within the not so distant future, I'm going to have to hook up the trailer by myself. We have plans a little bit later on in the semester, in the fall semester, for me to get home from work on a Friday, grab the pup, go hook up, and meet Dadiella where we are going for our weekend adventure. So I need to practice doing that by myself. No word of a lie, it's not easy if you haven't done it time and time again. I grew up in Indiana next to cornfields, but not on the fields, so I never had really the opportunity to do this stuff day in and day out to get really good at it. So we are just gonna go practice. I have a backup camera in the truck, which is super helpful. I thought I'd bring you along for the ride and maybe have a good laugh at my attempts at doing this. So stick around. Thanks for joining us today. We're gonna make a quick stop on the way to the storage unit where the RV travel trailer is housed. We have a little bit of it's a covered location so that it helps kind of protects it from some of the elements, which I'm super glad we found it here in town. But I haven't had coffee yet this morning, and I'm gonna stop and get some. Okay, coffee in hand. Now we're on for our morning errands. As I was eating my cream cheese Danish on the drive, I thought to myself, oh, I wish I would have remembered to remember that the place where we store the travel trailer is right next to Rudy's. For those of you not familiar with Rudy's, I think it's in Texas. I know it was in Norman, Oklahoma too, so maybe it's a multi-state thing. I'm not totally sure. But if you're not familiar with Rudy's, it's a barbecue place. And I really enjoy their brisket. I really enjoy their smoked turkey sandwich. They make a smoked turkey. It's really good. I really enjoy it. But anyway, Rudy's being they do breakfast tacos. Now, I say this, but the flagship stores in San Antonio do not, which is super bum. Like, they would make a killing if they did. But they just don't. But the other stores, so like when I was in Corpus Christi, when I worked there, to now here in the Valley, and even when I was living in Ohio, and for my job, our national organization held an annual conference like they do, and one year it happened to be just outside of Dallas, Texas. I was super excited because I hadn't had Rudy's in probably about a year. I would always get Rudy's whenever we would come back home to Texas. It was always a stop. However, we had to drive out of the way for Rudy's breakfast tacos because they don't do breakfast. The San Antonio flagship stores don't do it. So I was flying into Dallas. I had my conference, and a colleague of mine from Ohio State University was like, "Hey, Kim, how you doing?" I'm doing all right. He's like, "Well, what do you got planned for the week?" And I said, "You know what? I got all this, and this planned for the conference." I said, "But tomorrow I am going to get an Uber. I am going to make my way to Rudy's because I am in need of some Rudy's breakfast tacos." And I explained to him what these were, and he said, "I think I need to try these, and I have a rental car. I will meet you downstairs at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll still be back in time for a 9 a.m. session." Perfect. Rudy's was like 10 minutes away. It was perfect. I hope I introduced them to him and his colleague that he brought with him to something truly amazing, as a part of Texas. But I'm now kind of wishing. Now, don't get me wrong, my cream cheese Danish was pretty good, but I'm now kind of wishing I would have remembered that where we store the travel trailer is right next to Rudy's, because a Rudy's breakfast taco would be amazing right now. Okay, first things first. I have to put this sticker on the back of the trailer. So I don't really want to get pulled over the next time we take it out. I've already put the new plates on, but I don't really want to get pulled over the next time we take the trailer out. All right, now it's legal. That's schoolie, not ours, but kind of cool. Somebody's going to rebuild it. And when I'm here, I'll always just do a quick check of everything. Taking a walk around, making sure everything's all tidy and good. But now is the fun part of y'all trying to witness me figure out how to back this up by myself. So here's what we're doing. I have a backup camera and I'm going to try to use that. Turn that down a little bit. This is going to be a little bit interesting because I do this with the help of, with the help. But I do have a dotted line in the middle. So if I can line that up with what we're doing. So now we're in the right spot. So now, well, we're close. I'm gonna go raise the hitch to see then if I can back up. So pretty standard here. This is what we're shooting for. So we're gonna get it set up. You guys are gonna get a chance to watch. Okay, so we unhook the battery. We unhook the battery when we're not using it, just to save that battery. I need to get a converter to plug it in here because part of what we pay for is a few hours of battery every day. But anyway, so I've hooked it back up, and the next thing is I need to raise this, but as you can kind of see, the battery's not juiced up enough, so I'm gonna have to utilize some of the battery from the truck. We're feeling like maybe the trailer is like, there's too much weight on the trailer. We can hook this up and it helps with that hookup. But what it also does for now, it helps the battery go along. This is always so nerve-wracking for me. I'm using that line. I'm just gonna double check something real quick. My height and everything is good. I'm just a little off. So I need to go forward a little. And I need to go back a little. How we did. We aren't quite there. We're so close. I feel like that's like this story of this is, Kim, you're so close, but yet so far away. That one I think would work. We are right under it. We don't quit while we're ahead. We're gonna pull forward. We're gonna do it again because I just need the practice. I really do. I think I'm too far to the right on that. I'm not sure. Oh, that one might work. But again, practice. Let's inch forward a little bit. I have to inch forward. I can't go all the way out because the power is actually hooked into the back of the truck because I needed the power because we unhook that battery when it's not in use for a hot second. that's off, I can tell. That's off. This is a game of millimeters. Is this a game? Is this what we do on a Sunday morning when we're solo in the valley? I don't know if that's what you do, but it's what I do. Find a way to make good use of my time. I gotta go home today and mow the yard before it's week 1 of the NFL football season. So you know I'll be watching. Super excited about that. Oh, look at that. Yes, I bet that's a good one. Let's go check. We are right dead center. I can go back just a notch, just so it fits in. Right there. Let's go check. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as good as the other 2 efforts, but it wasn't bad. So now the part that they didn't tell us at Ron Hoover when we were going through. Ron Hoover, they were great. They let us take our camera and, oh, there's a fly in here. Let's get the fly out. That's what happens when you leave the door open. They were really great. They walked around with us. They let me pull out my phone and shoot a video. So I'd have something to refer back to so I wouldn't, you know, if I forgot, I could do something. What they didn't tell us is that we actually had 2 gray tanks. So the thing that we took it in for some work, they didn't tell us we had 2 gray tanks. So we were like overflowing in a sink. And I'm like, we didn't put anything in the sink that we shouldn't have. Why is this happening? They didn't tell us we had 2 gray tanks. But anyway, there was something else too that we were, something very, very minor, and they fixed that. Oh, the part that they couldn't fix, they also told us to put the black water, or the black water tube in the bumper in the back of the RV. Kind of common, I think. I've known other people with other RVs that do that. Yeah, it stuck. Fortunately, it was just 1, and we had 2 that connected, so they couldn't get that out of there. But there were like 3 things that they were fixing. Anyway, but they were really great, and they let me take this video. But the thing that they didn't tell us when we were hooking up the truck to the trailer is that we were having the hardest time. Like, we were right over the ball with with the trailer, but it wouldn't catch. It just wouldn't go. And they didn't tell us, and probably for liability reasons, that I now have to get back in the truck when I think it's there, pull forward just the tiniest bit to see if it hooks. It looks like it worked. So I'm gonna keep doing this for a little bit. I probably won't bring you guys around for all of it, but I hope you enjoy this type of stuff. This is where my brain goes. This is me trying to figure some stuff out that I'm not very good at, but part of the channel is, hey, I'm doing stuff. Some stuff I know how to do, and I feel like I have something I can share in a teaching way. This isn't one of them, but there are other things that I'm just like, I need to figure this out. I want to do things in life. Like, the whole idea, live life outside of the work that we do. I want to do stuff in life, and I don't want to let fear about what I might not know stop me from doing those things. So I'm going to practice some more. Okay, so part of what we do when we have to clean up, I need to make sure everything's level. I have checked it, but I'm going to show you how I checked it. So those things I have lowered back down. There's the front and the back. I have my little level. We are pretty good. So that means we can wrap up. Practice is over for the day. See, everything's back to normal. That's back down, that's off. The battery is unhooked. Everything is back to normal. I'm gonna check the doors, make sure they're locked, and then we're good to go. So you know that part about maybe the cooler weather coming about? Maybe not. It's only 77 degrees right now. So it went up a few degrees, but I was sweating out there. I probably already said this earlier in the video, but just in case that I didn't, thanks for coming along with me today. And remember to live life outside of the work that you do.